Ladies and gentlemen, it's October 30th, and you know what that means. 2 days, precisely 2 days, until November 1st, and of course, No Nut November. Now, I did attempt No Nut November last year, and I failed horribly, lasted about 13 hours. Also, it just occurred to me right now in my head of mine, that there may be some of you out there that don't know what No Nut November is, and I shall tell you right now, my children. You see, No Nut November is when usually men decide not to touch themselves below the belt or give them a little stimuli on the willy, if you know what I mean, for precisely 30 days. This takes all of the horny energy, because everyone knows, November, it's the horniest month, fellas. That's not up for debate, scientifically proven. And everyone knows that in December, horny levels are on the rise. They're higher than they like reach beyond the peak horny, because like we reach about peak horny during the summer. That's when everyone wants to shag and get sweaty. November goes higher than that. Nobody knows why. I'm pretty sure God did it because of this sacred challenge he made. Now you see horny levels rising more than ever, and God, what he wants us to do is he wants us to not masturbate, to stave off our most baser urges, our most human urges, our most horny urges, and doing that will convert all of the excess horny energy and regular horny energy inside your body into spiritual energy. And when you amass a large amount of spiritual energy, God will reward you with supernatural powers. I'm talking flight, talking super strength, I'm talking telekinesis, walking on the walls, future sight, the whole fucking shebang. Now, like I said, last year I only lasted about 13 hours because, you know, I'm a very weak man. Another friend of mine, I think he only lasted a few minutes. But that, you see, the only reason I failed last year wasn't because of like a lack of determination or dedication. It was a lack of preparation. Now you see, I've started my preparation 2 days early. I'm going to go on a, probably not a self-pleasure spree, but I'm going to be building up my mental fortitude, because I don't know if you know about me. You see asexuals, how they don't like to have sex? I'm like the complete opposite of that. I'm crazy. It's going on in my mind 24/7. But you know, and again, that's all men. Am I right, ladies? Am I right, yeah, wink. You see, exactly. You know. Now, part of my preparation for this is going to be, of course, you know, some self-love. But it's also going to be me meditating to charge up my latent, I'm talking way in the back, latent asexual cells, so I can build up some asexual energy to counteract the sexual energy that's going off all the time. And mentioning asexuals, I said that No Nut November is a challenge made by God for us to stave off our most basic of urges, our most baser urges, all that type of shit, right? So that we can become closer to the realm of the God by building up a spiritual energy. And you may be thinking, what asexuals don't do any of that shit. Why aren't they ruling over us like superhumans with their strength and big muscles and attractive bodies? Now, you see, the reason for that is that'll just be too easy, realistically. Like, the whole point of it is you have to fight the sexual urges within you to become more than yourself, to become better than yourself, to ascend. I don't have muscles to show off, to flex, but you know, and an asexual doing that, that's just their natural state of being. You see, but I do have it on good authority that the asexual version of No Nut November is Nut November. And Nut November, the asexual version of No Nut November, is where asexuals have to consistently masturbate every single day for 30 days. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know a single asexual in the world that'll be able to do that. That's why they haven't taken us over and forced us into some sort of grey, fully clothed, not sexy, hellish world. Hellish world. I couldn't live there. So that's pretty much it, brothers and, like, two sisters that watch this channel. I don't fucking know. I encourage you, I implore you, if I'm using that word correctly, to join me on this most sacred of journey to transcend natural human, emphasis, it's he, and go into the realm of Superman. Oh, that doesn't work. I just should have said superhuman. Anyway, yep, so join me on this No Nut November journey. Hopefully we'll make it through to the end. And oh yeah, and that's it. I remember why. So you may be thinking that the reason I'm doing this is because I want superpowers. Yeah, of course I do. But realistically, I'm fine without superpowers. The real reason I'm doing No Nut November is because the way I see it is, you see, there's all these regular guys, right, and they can get girls. And then I can't get girls. But if I have superpowers, there's no way that there isn't going to be at least one woman out there that isn't going to want to bang the real life Superman. So we get the powers, right? Then we go outside. we show our powers to the women, and then the women want to do it with us, and then we never need to do No Nut November again. All it takes is one No Nut November to get superpowers and get a girlfriend. Trust me, guy, I've come up with a lot of crazy ways to get a girlfriend in the past. Lots of them including stealing eggs, and I'm not talking about chicken eggs. But yeah, this might be the least foolproof way I've ever come up with. So, you know, that's basically it. Start preparing yourselves, gentlemen, and I will see you on the other side of November as a Superman. And I will see you on the other side of November as a Superman. I don't think that's better. They're both bad. Fuck it. No, not November. Oh, it's still. Is this your?